6%. You are a developing country. Tell me, what are you doing with GDP of 50%, debt ratio to GDP, to your what? Complete crazy. You need to borrow more money and borrow properly. Borrow large volume of money, exit your existing debt, and move on. Now, you want to borrow 2 billion. Is that money? $2 billion.
The lawmaker representing Ondo South Senatorial District, Senator Jimoh Ibrahim, has defended the new loan request by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. He shared his view while appearing as a guest on Channels Television's Politics Today program on Tuesday. According to Ibrahim, borrowing $2.2 billion for a population of 250 persons is not a bad idea. He described the $2.2 billion Tinubu's administration proposed to borrow as too insignificant, minute money, adding that this is just launch money. $2 billion to 250 million people to finance deficit budget of a year that will end in less than 60 days. Good effort from the government. If Nigeria will understand, we need to encourage the government to do more, Ibrahim said. The lawmaker added, a deficit budget helps in economic development. If this loan comes to our committees, I don't think anyone is going to say he is against it. For what? He argued that the country borrows for development, citing the instance of borrowing to fund Ajaokuta Steel Company Limited. Do you borrow to put in your bedroom? You are borrowing for development, he said. Let's take a scenario as a case study. If you borrow money for the purpose of Ajaokuta funding, 30% of houses you build in this country, you need iron. Now, if you have your own Ajaokuta running, imagine how many jobs it will create. How many taxes will come into the government? How many VAT will come into the government? He said, let's look at debt ratio, debt servicing. The money you are bringing in is called capital injection. Allow the Tinubu administration to open up the economy. You cannot be taking loan at 30% interest rate and say you don't borrow. Who can do business at 30% interest rate? You can't compare Nigeria's debt portfolio to America's. Today, America's debt is about $45 trillion, but they hold no one. They simply print dollars and send it to the country because dollar is a global currency. Ibrahim further emphasized, one thing about Tinubu is that he will not steal Nigeria's money. Steal for what? He was comfortable before he came in. Stay tuned to NaijaNews TV for verified and reliable news stories.